Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, December 9th. Welcome. I hope everybody has had a great 3 weeks since I was here last. I can't believe it's been that long. We had a great Thanksgiving. The kid's birthday was the day before Thanksgiving. I can't even believe that my kids are 20 years old. How does that even happen? Blows me away. Especially when I'm so young. That's what I don't get. Let's see. On Friday after Thanksgiving, Dax and I headed out to Vegas. We were there. We got home last Monday. Like I'd said before, we thought that going when the radio wasn't there, we might get some, relax a little, sleep a little more. Yeah, I don't know who we were kidding. Came home just as exhausted. Because we just found other things to do. So anyway, like I said, I don't know who we were kidding. What else? We stayed, our conference was at the Paris, but there was an Amazon conference going on for 3 days while we were out there. And on those days, because there was, I think, one of the Uber drivers told us that that conference had about 65,000 people. Unfortunately for any of the guys, they're hoping to hook up with somebody else there. Only about 1,000 of them were women. But the rooms at the Paris for those nights were like $400 a night. No, I just told you we did not sleep enough, which means we were not in our room enough to justify that kind of money. If I was hanging out in there, maybe. But we show up to shower and sleep, and that's about it. So we stayed down at the Luxor, and we took an Uber every morning, and it worked out great. We didn't take an Uber back in the evenings because we had the monorail passes. And we lollygagged in the evenings and did other stuff on our way back to our room, so it wasn't necessary. I guess we could have, it just wasn't necessary. But the Uber was wonderful. They did great. Never had to wait more than maybe 1 minute for a car to get there. We've been there the last couple of times that we've been out there, but I think we went 3 times this time. Well, yeah, White Castle, but that's not what I was going to talk about. We eat at White Castle a lot because Dax misses that, living here instead of Michigan. I really think that's the only thing he misses, but he eats it until he doesn't want it anymore while we're in Vegas. In the Link Casino, I think it's the Link, there is a restaurant called Hash House A Go-Go. It's 24 hours. If you're out there, go eat there. It is so good. The food is delicious, and it comes, Dax and I split a meal when we go. We saw a lady at the table next to us. They do breakfast 24 hours, but we haven't had breakfast yet because we haven't worked our way through the other menu. Well, I don't know. We had sage fried chicken Benedict, where they do like an eggs Benedict variation. So I guess technically that could be a breakfast food. I don't know. But the lady at a table next to us ordered a pancake. It's like this big, y'all. It comes out on a platter. I mean, it's not a plate. It's a platter. So, big food. That's all I'm saying. Big food. But it's really good. If you're out there, Hash House A Go-Go in the Link Casino. It was awesome. Our flight home was uneventful. Again, hooray. We got home late Monday night. And slept a good part of Tuesday. I worked on getting some of the Christmas decorations in on Wednesday, and then we kept the office closed all week. We went in and did some work Thursday and Friday. Well, everyone thinks the office is closed so we can get some things accomplished, so that was good. Always there's more to do, but if you didn't always have more to do in your business, right, it would be time to be nervous. So I try to remind myself when I feel like, oh, there's no end to it. So anyway, I only took one thing with me to work on. I did try to record a video a couple of times while we were out there. They were just awful. One of them, Dax, was there for the end of it, and he was like, I don't know what your videos usually sound like, but that was horrible. Don't publish that. And he was right, so I didn't. Oh, if you've watched me for very long and you've paid attention when I travel, I'll give you 3 guesses what I forgot to pack. And the first 2 don't count, so go. You're right, a hairbrush. I did not take a freaking hairbrush. Again. So I had to go buy another one. I don't know what my deal is with hairbrushes, y'all. I bet I have 20 of them now because we can't even go away for a weekend that I don't have to go buy a freaking hairbrush. But this time, when I unpacked, I left it in the suitcase. And I should go take some of them out of the drawer and put one in every suitcase we own, so that way I can't accidentally get a suitcase that wasn't the one with the hairbrush in it. I should do that as soon as I finish recording this. But chances are I won't remember. I did do some stitching before we left, since we didn't leave until almost time to record a video. I have worked on this one, Cottage Quilts by the Creative Needle. Nope, the Creative Circle. I put in my hour for that week, but I haven't put in my hour for after that per week. But I don't think the cross stitch police will be here. So here we are. What I worked on this last time is over here. I finished the outline along the tree, and then I started here filling in where the clothesline will go. Once I put the clothesline across and give the geese some eyes, this part over here will be finished, I believe. So then I can just keep working my way across. So progress is progress, right? I worked a tiny bit on this. Every Bird Welcome. We're still doing the stitch along. If you want to join us, it's not too late, because as you will see, I am not too far. It's not a race, SAL. That's our hashtag. I think since the last time I've expanded on the W a little bit, and maybe I've been doing kind of the back stitching as I go. So probably I finished up that birdhouse and around it. I really don't remember. I haven't worked on it since we got home. I actually haven't done a lot of actual stitching since we got home, just a little bit. One of the joys of getting home is Bartholomew has decided that everything is his to climb on. If you stand on our countertop in the kitchen, there's about a foot of space between the top cabinets and the ceiling. If you stand, like from our countertop up to the top of those cabinets, is about 5 feet, maybe a little more. Bartholomew, I guess, is jumping on the counter and up on top of that and moving things around because there's stuff up there. He knocked a figurine out of above my sinks. There's a big window. There was a figurine sitting on the windowsill. He knocked that out and broke it. Um, uh, it was a, I guess on the bright side, him breaking that made everyone else who owns one of those more valuable because it was a limited edition signed and numbered piece from 25 years ago. It's a clean break, and I can glue it back together and keep it because it's cute, but it has no value anymore. So like I said, I guess I made everybody else's more valuable. He's broken some other stuff. I don't know what he's trying to say because everything he's broken by knocking it down from places he's not supposed to be has been stuff of mine. So I guess he's pissed at me. I don't know. But he's about to find out that I'm pissed at him too if he doesn't quit. He's actually been good the last couple of days, so I will take it. I've been trying to especially love on him the last couple of days because he's actually not been getting into everything. Now, don't mistake for a second that he hasn't been getting into some things, but I bet half my Christmas decorations I couldn't even put out this year because I'm concerned about him breaking them. But it's the risk you take with a pet, right? Today, because I have absolutely no business doing it, I started one of these. This is Snowflower Diaries. Yeah, the Joyful World Sal. And it's a free pattern. But I started on January. Maybe we'll see if I can get it done by January. And this is how far I've gotten. I know, pretty impressive and all. But hey, why not, right? And I know this is the one you've all been waiting for. My Linen and Threads. It's what I took to work on. I did, in the airport on the way out there, had to pull my scissors out. Well, they went through my bag. He was like, do you have anything sharp in here? And I said, scissors. Not even thinking about the same piece with the scissors. Has needles. Hello. But I told him, it's in that, you know, he opened my backpack. I said, they're in that little thing right there. And so he pulled it out and he saw them and he's like, oh, they have a very decorative handle. Yes, they do. Thank you. On the way back, I was really smart though. When you put everything in the tub, I pulled the scissors out and set them on top so they could see exactly what it was without digging through. So I wasn't questioned. I wasn't anything. That may be the way to go if you're traveling. Just pull the scissors out before you even head through security and let them see them right there. Anyway, here we go, y'all. You ready for this? Look at that. Do you see that? I had to sit through a class that pertained to us for about the first 30 minutes, and then the rest of the 2 days, it did not. But I had to be in class anyway. It was about audits, and we don't audit. But there I was. And so, and Dax didn't even say anything against me having, he was like happy stitching. He was in a different class. This is all that kept me awake, was stitching on this. The second day of class, I was so tired I couldn't even stitch hardly any. That wasn't helping. But the middle of this right here is halfway for the December band. So we're still barely out of the first week in December, and I'm over halfway. Now, I don't have all day to sit and just stitch on this while somebody else talks about stuff that means nothing to me. So it will be work for me to get there before the end of the month. But I am still gunning for a finish this month. I really am. if I have to get down to nothing else gets worked on, then I guess that's what I'll do. I hope I don't have to, but I really want to get this one done this year. So that is all my stitching. I did other stuff. Oh, I gotta show you these. While we were out there, one of the companies that most of our overpriced software comes from was out there. They actually put on the conference, so. But I had this little bag. If you saw on my Instagram, I think it's my personal page, Instagram, or my Facebook, I already posted a picture of the totally awesome socks, Form 1040 tax return socks. How much sexier can you get than that? But I did not. These I was so impressed with. Let me preface that by saying it doesn't take that much to impress me, y'all. Look at this. Do you see this? And look, it gets better. Oh my God, are you kidding me? How awesome is that? I'm telling you people, it's the little things. Okay, in this week's edition of Adulting is Stupid, there you go. There you go. A fold-up hanger rocks my world. Dax thinks I'm nuts too. Anyway, yesterday I was out here. I was a finishing fool. Now, was I working on anything like getting the pot holders finished for my mother-in-law? No. Because that would make sense. I did buy some fabric. I think it's a yard. And after I do this, actually not right after I do this video, because I have to go make some cookies, I'm going to cut my own bias tape. So I got to cut and iron all that. But no, I did not work on that yesterday. Let's grab everything. It's buried. I pulled this out of my little box of finishes, my Humbug. Last year, I made this before Christmas last year, but then I couldn't find it because it got buried. So yesterday, I had found it sometime along the way and put it in my box of finishes. And so yesterday I dug it out, and it's just got a little, this was a little scrap of fabric from the top of Addison's stocking. And you know the wonderful thing about her stocking? I can't find all the stuff, the decorations. I've got a whole bag of them that go on the little tree for her stocking. So I really wanted that to be done this year, but I can't find the stuff to finish it. Always right. I had finished the stitching on the Little Sheep Virtue. I did not put in the snowflake buttons. I had these snowflake buttons, and I tried to place it, and it was too big. I didn't like it. I just stitched this on to a solid red piece of fabric, and I went around it with the jute, kind of like they did. Some of it's kind of wonky. It looks like maybe I was drunk. And then, see, like down here, why is that all hanging down there? I don't know. I put the little snowflake button where the jute came together, and then the back is red fabric with snowflakes. I was out here doing stuff, and I came across this charm pack that's got all these really awesome Christmas fabrics in it. It's got a bunch of reds, and it's got the same things in greens. A really muted green, and I liked those. And then I finished off this one. This is another one of the fabrics from that charm pack. This is kind of the muted, it's kind of a tannish color with the red on it. It matches perfectly, this color. And then I used a red rickrack that's a really, really old rickrack, so it's kind of dark now. And these buttons are actually, beads are actually a really, really dark green. I like the way this looks, and every time I decide to do it, I get about this far in with attaching the beads, and I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why am I doing this? Because I always forget. And then I pulled this out of my box of finished pieces that have been finished for a long time. And finally attached it to a towel, a dish towel. My ho-ho-ho. When I do dish towels, I really don't like to stitch on the dish towels that have the spot in them because I don't like the back of my cross stitching to show. So I stitched this on a piece of Aida and I attached it so you can't see the back of it. I put a ruffle on with candy cane fabric and then some red pom-pom balls. I showed it to Dax and he's like, that's another one of those towels we can't use, right? And I said, you're darn right it is. And he said, yeah, when I met you, your house was full of stuff that you couldn't use. I'm like, yeah, but then we had kids. And so there's hardly anything in my house that you can't use. But anyway, I'm pleased with the way it turned out. I like it. So that's all that matters, right? I am working on some other things that I'm FFOing. They're just kind of mid-process. So hopefully by next week. Yes, I'm going to try to be back next week. Hopefully by then I will have them done, and God willing, I will have that bias cut and some of these pot holders made. I do not want to get to the last minute, and I feel like I'm already there. But, oh well. If I didn't put myself in a position where I was trying to catch up, I probably wouldn't know how to act. So, I think that's all, y'all. I'm looking around like that's going to make a difference. Oh, you know what? I do know this. Last time I forgot to show y'all. And the one by me, I don't think even has anything out anymore. But at Michael's, they had these wood ornaments. I think they were at Michael's. They might have been at Hobby Lobby, though. That they're just plain. But wouldn't these, look, here's a little sled. If you don't want the kind, with the metal or whatever. But, what's it say? They were $2 each. And they're finished with white. They're made of wood. This one's kind of textured, like maybe it's cut from a piece of paneling or something. But, again, great for putting stuff on. I bought them. It'll probably be 10 years before I put anything on them. But, hey, they'll be here in the way, and they'll get moved 100 times between now and then. So why not? Okay, really, I think that's all. Thank you, everyone, for your comments, your likes, your subscriptions. Welcome if you're new. I do appreciate you all so much, and we will see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.